Are you a classical singer that has always been curious about singing cabaret? Or maybe you want to do your own cabaret, or maybe you want to just explore what that genre is all about. Well, I've got you covered because that's exactly what I did. I was an opera classical singer, and I actually made a huge pivot in my career later in life to become a cabaret singer. And so I'm going to give you 5 essential tips to help you transition into cabaret smoothly. So let's get started. So, the first tip that I want to tell you is all about what the essence of cabaret is. Cabaret is all about the storytelling. Okay. The first thing that you must do is you must realize that everything that you sing in a cabaret has to tell your personal story in some way. You're not playing a character. You are playing yourself, and you're telling your personal story through the music that you choose. And it doesn't necessarily matter what music you sing. If you sing music from musicals, or if you sing jazz, or you sing folk songs, or pop rock songs, it doesn't matter. But what you need to do is you need to tell the story, because cabaret is all about connecting with the audience. So you need to focus on delivering and communicating your personal story through those songs so that you can connect with your audience on a deeper level. Okay? Cabaret is about the storytelling, it's not about the singing. So make sure that you're telling the story first. Okay. The second tip is that you should be prepared to transpose almost every song that you sing, especially if you are a high voiced singer, like a soprano or a tenor. Okay. And this goes back to tip number 1. Because if it's all about the storytelling and not about the voice, then what is paramount is that your audience can understand the words. And if you are singing lots of notes that live at the top or above the staff, the audience stops listening to the words and they just hear sounds. So the storytelling goes out the window. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you transpose your songs into keys where you can very naturally communicate the words. Okay, that's very, very important. So just be prepared to look at the keys that your songs are in and transpose them in a way that the words are clear and the storytelling is clear. Okay. The third thing is that you need to be able to explore different genres of singing. Okay. So as a classical singer, we have sort of been on one very specific path of learning how to sing. Okay. And the thing is that you may not have any experience with belting or mixing or singing in a jazz style, back phrasing, placing your voice differently than you normally place it in classical music, especially when you're singing in foreign languages. So the thing is that it would really be helpful if you found a vocal coach that could help you discover genres other than your own. Go to a teacher and learn how to belt. or go to a jazz coach and learn about how to scat. Do explore other genres, which will allow you to explore other ways of using your voice. Now, that's not to say that you can't necessarily sing a classical piece in a cabaret. But remember that when you're singing with in a cabaret, you're usually singing in a very small venue and usually with a microphone. And so if you pull out your loudest, highest operatic notes, it might scare the bejesus out of your audience. Okay. And again, that takes away from the storytelling. So make sure that you are learning to sing it and use your voice in different ways so that the storytelling in the style of the music that you're singing comes through. Okay. Another thing that you can do, which is sort of along these lines, is, be open to improvisation and new ways to arrange old songs. Okay. So the thing is that cabaret allows for freedom to improvise and create arrangements that are unexpected. There might be a song that is a really upbeat song that everybody knows, that swings and is fast and has a driving rhythm. But if you find something in the lyric that makes it personal to you, and that actually you want to tell that story in that song as a ballad, then be prepared to explore how you can rearrange that song to tell the story that you want to tell in a completely different kind of emotional way. And this is where finding a really good musical director or pianist or musical arranger comes into play, because they can help you, give you ideas, or if they can't necessarily come up with a new arrangement for you, they can interpret what you feel and hear and want to communicate into a new way to perform the song. Okay, so that is really important. So be open to that. And then finally, tip 5 is engage with your audience. Okay, in cabaret, you are performing up close and personal, right? If you're on an operatic stage or a musical theater stage, oftentimes what happens is you have an entire musical pit where the orchestra sits between the edge of the stage and the front row of the audience. Okay. But in cabaret, the front row of the audience might be actually 2 feet in front of you. Okay. The thing is that there is really no fourth wall in cabaret, right? You have to break the fourth wall. Your audience is part of your performance. So you need to engage with your audience directly, okay? That means making eye contact, interacting with them, noticing how they're reacting to you and play off of it. It makes the experience more memorable for everyone. So these are just a couple of tips. There are more things that classical singers need to know, but I'll probably cover them in a different video. But if you are ready to embark on a cabaret journey, go for it. But just realize it's a very different animal from from classical singing, right? A very different animal. And so you really need to sort of open yourself up and allow yourself to be vulnerable, to sort of step out of your comfort zone and delve into what makes this art form so great. So if you found this video helpful, let me know. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because there's a lot more where this came from. Have a great day.